Hello everyone, this is the deck that we will be playing today. It's called Big Rakano Den. It's a Inferno Den deck, which is one of the strongest sides as far as I'm concerned. It's one of the new cards from Buried Memories. The powerful part of the card is that all the parts of the agenda have Amplify. So if you can get a tremendous amount of power, you can really get going with this card. So we're trying to do that. We have these two powerful RAM cards, Fire Sale and Partnership Agreement, which benefits both us and the opponent, but the opponent of course doesn't have ways to capitalize on that level of power that we will give them. We also have other payoffs for having a lot of power. We have Builder's Decree, which is a very strong card in this type of deck. We will be seeing it in action in a couple of games. Much better than Celebration, for instance, which is a pretty disappointing card. We also have Marshal Efficiency, which can disarm the entire board on the opponent's side. Very strong on a RAM deck. And we have Marshal Ironthorn, which is both ramp and a payoff. So it's a pretty strong card here. We also have Seraph, very powerful in terms of payoffs, and it can also block, of course, in the early game. We also have 4 copies of Sediti, which is a very strong card that, especially when you have a lot of power, you can play the extra cards that he's gonna give you, and reliably playing from the top of your deck with Warp. We also have Equalize, which is one of the strongest cards to keep us alive, right? Very cheap removal, mass removal spell. Shows Desert, solid removal, the Market, Unjusted Etching, and the Merchant, of course. Unseen Commando can gain a bit of life and can also pump the elementals created by Inferno Den, since they have Reckless and Inferno Den gives them Charge, so he gives them +1/+1. Pretty cute interaction there. A single copy of Icaria, which is not really doing much in the deck. You could easily replace her, but she does ramp, so it's not out of place. On the market we have Lay Siege, a very interesting card. I will say we're gonna see it in a couple of games. Reclaim, which is our backup plan for ramp, is very disappointing if you can't do the onslaught part, right? But if you can, and maybe you have also a Marshal, then it gets actually pretty good. A melee is just to have something solid that we can always get if we don't need anything else. Hash Rule, of course, a classic, no need to explain. And a banner here, which is, we are trying to ramp, so we do need the sources of power. And the power base is pretty simple. I'm not gonna explain it. And let's just go to the games. Alright, let's do this. So we're facing the Flyers deck, and our hand here is looking pretty bad, so let's change it. This one seems to be... This one is actually quite decent. We have the ramp, and we have a payoff. I'm gonna kill the Flying Serpent because it can grow a lot, so at the first opportunity I'm happy to kill it. Shields! So the opponent has a bit of a slow start here, which is super good for us. And we also have a lot of Marshals in hand. And well, they work very well together since each one gives you another power, so it's nice to have multiple of them.
You've run far enough.
I don't like the choice of mentoring the flying illusion thing here, because it doesn't benefit the copies in his deck. I could attack here and kill the owl and play Sediti, but I think that might be a bit too greedy, since I don't have a way to stop the illusion. I should probably kill the illusion instead. Alright, I'm gonna play a Marshal and kill the illusion then.
You've run far enough.
Now we only need to get to 15 power, so that should be pretty easy, especially since the carrier can help. Let's just kill the illusion with Shell's Deserts and take 5 from the ult for now.
I fly for the throne.
So now we can play both a Marshal and a Sediti. That's pretty good, so let's just attack. Hopefully he doesn't have any combat tricks. And now Sediti can keep the ult in check. Now we only need to draw a power source here to be able to activate the Marshal. And not quite. But we did draw Marshal efficiency, so we can use that. It's also very, very good. Alright, so let's just pump this Marshal so that it can kill the ult. This one isn't blocked. And this one, it cannot kill the ult that is blocking it, so let's just shrink that one. And this one that it also will survive. Now we're left in a very advantageous position. It will be very hard to lose from here.
Our wings and will are unbreakable.
And we get to activate the Carrier and get 3 power. So it's basically free, the activation part. Since the power that the Marshal creates are now depleted.
Tell me, what do you see, my friend?
Now we can just win here by activating the Marshal and attacking. Such a powerful ability. And the next opponent is the Strangers. A very scary deck, especially when it gets going. It has a lot of synergy. We couldn't keep that hand. It didn't work. This one instead seems a lot better, but it is lacking a red source though. That could easily be a problem. Let's see what we draw. Alright, so now we have something to do. We have a ramp card, which is all the deck wanna do really. If we draw a power, we can use this to create a sentinel.
We learn what we must.
That's great. Just gonna use this plus this, I think. Wow, that's unfortunate.
We survive.
No need to use this, I don't think. So we could create 2 5/5s. Yes, I think that's it. So this targets any non-power cards, right? So Yuli has power. That's great. Alright. Things are looking pretty good right now. Let's just do this. We should probably wait for this. So let's start by removing the edges on this.
Trust in your skills. We ride.
All right. So here I need 7. That is the number. Let's just do this. And he didn't die. Wow. He cannot come back from this, of course. Another aggressive deck here, and he's going first. This hand has Equalize, which should be pretty good. Alright. We also have access to the market. Don't think we need more removal. IEs cannot protect cards from Equalize, so that is fine.
Our wings and will are unbreakable.
Maybe I should have played this, so that I could have played this next turn. Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. A bit of a mistake there. Yeah, definitely. Let's just get the 1 point. And I think I'm gonna block something now, since we're probably gonna Equalize.
Through the shadows.
So this will be 8 points. Alright. Let's just take the damage for now. Hopefully he deploys the rest of his hand here, so we can kill all of them.
I fly for the throne. I'll hold them back.
This doesn't matter, I just want to empty my hand a bit.
My verdict is...
Gonna get rid of this one, I think. Let's just go big.
I will stand watch.
And that's it. We are up against the life gain deck, or life force deck. It's a pretty slow deck that relies heavily on his units, so Equalize should be very good.
Rest here, traveler. Rest here, traveler.
Pretty good start for the opponent. It could definitely get out of hand if he keeps playing the synergy cards and we don't have the Equalize. Luckily though, that's not the case. And the synergy cards keep coming. So now we just wanna hold for a turn here, so I'm gonna play this. Just as a blocker. And let's get this for the future, I think. Maybe not. Since he doesn't have many cards in hand, I don't think it's necessary. Alright.
I bear a message.
My verdict is... You're worth more dead than alive.
A bit of a greedy pair of cards to keep, since I can't even cast them. But since it's a RAM deck, you know, I feel like I can rely on it getting me to 5 power. Let's play this one first.
Let the ritual
That is a pretty scary card. But since we're in such a dominant position, I can't imagine that it's gonna be a problem here.
for the crown watch.
Let's just kill everything where he attacks.
Let the ritual commence.
And that's it.
For the crown watch.
Let's see if we can keep winning. This is the Yeti deck, very aggressive. This hand, and we're going first. I think it's fine. Not super exciting since we don't have Equalize, but I think it's gonna be fine. So what do I don't want? I guess this. That's not exactly a surprise. And he doesn't play anything else. That is good. And there is the main guy, Whoomp. And now I'm just gonna kill everyone since he didn't play anything last turn. I don't think he's gonna play too many more units. No need to wait then. What? What was that? That's the worst thing I have ever seen in Gauntlet. Alright. Interesting strat. So I cannot play these ones, right? Oh, it's fine. Okay, that's good. Can we kill that? Yes. Alright. Let's just ramp a bit. And we get the charge from this. Very good. That's fine. We can still use his ability eventually. Let's go big. That's fine. And now he's almost dead. And this is pretty much over now. We even get the Erika. I think this deck has a lot of weapons. And it has the card that returns 2 units and 2 weapons to your hand. This is fine. Not an exciting hand, but it works. Let's see if Icaria can survive until turn 3. I don't think she will. There's a lot of effects that do 1 point of damage on the opponent deck, I think.
Our wings and will are unbreakable.
Alright. At least she took 3 points of damage to kill. And at this point, do I want to play this guy? Yeah. Alright, so let's just get rid of the least exciting card, which is this one at this moment. And let's try to ramp. Hopefully the guy survives for a turn. So I don't think that's gonna happen. And there it is. Of course, he's dead now.
Would you like to play a game?
I don't want to play this without the onslaught. It's really bad. So this cannot kill that, unfortunately. Let's just get a token here. A sentinel, I mean. So the stash doesn't do anything yet. There are only 2 torches there. I'm happy to trade here. That is a pretty powerful card. Just one card, that's fine. Alright. So next turn we're gonna have 19, 18, I mean. That's pretty good. We get to play the Inferno Den. Wow. Where did they all come from at the same time? Let's take it maybe a bit slower then. Get a lot of power. There's no way that he can attack me now. Alright, let's just remove the blockers with this. That is it. We could potentially protect our units here. I don't think this is necessary, but it's fine. Sibling Rivalry. This is one of the easiest ones, and we are going first, so it shouldn't be a problem, but you know, anything can happen. This is a hand without red. We do have access to red on the market, so it's pretty promising hand. This should get us to 5 green pretty fast. On turn 4 potentially.
We must rise up.
Let's get the Scion right now. What do we don't want? Maybe this.
Only those of noble blood may claim it.
And he gets his Scion as well.
Once I know the truth. Who says you can't play with fire?
So we can kill his Scion and play Sediti. Roland is definitely one of the strongest of this cycle.
Javka inspires us.
So what do we want here? Can only kill one with this. I think that's fine. Next turn we can create two 9/9s with charge. And now this is over. And that's it. As you can see, the deck is very powerful, very resourceful, and honestly shows a very fun deck. Somewhat different from most Gauntlet decks. Typically you don't have access to this much power, so it's pretty cool to, you know, to go this big. Now let's just see if we can get any upgrades on the chest. And it's gonna be no. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next time.